Back with St. Joseph's head coach Billy Lange here, halftime. The Hawks and Bradley. Billy, these few months feel like a week or a year or a lifetime in getting your feet on the ground on Hawk Hill.
Probably all of the above. You know, there's times where it moves so fast. You're like, that just happened yesterday. There's times where you're sitting around being like, okay, this is what we've been waiting for a long time, a chance to compete and test ourselves. Not a lifetime, though. Not a lifetime.
All right. Honest question.
Yeah.
It's mid-March. Mm-hmm. You're on the bench of the Philadelphia 76ers getting ready for what a lot of people thought would be a serious playoff run, which it was.
Right. And
then you're a Division I college head coach again. Like, was there an aha moment? What happened?
Life is an opportunity. I loved my job with Brett, and I loved being with the Philadelphia 76ers. It's an historic NBA franchise. I had a great life, and I have a great life right now. You get a call asking you whether you'd be interested to meet with the athletic director and the president of the university to discuss the position as the head men's basketball coach at St. Joseph's University. And truth be told, Joe, in an NBA schedule, things are moving so fast. Like, you're aware of what's going on, but you're not really paying that much attention to it because you can't really. And I had about 10 minutes to wrap my head around that because I do know how things move quickly, right? Mm-hmm. If you say no or let me get back to you, they move on.
Right.
So I'm flooded with a lot of memories from my parents, my brother who was a manager here, my wife who worked here, my own thoughts on the history of this great program and the story that is really behind it. And I was like, heck yeah. I thought this could be a great opportunity, and it has been thus far. I hope we're winning at halftime as I'm speaking here right now.
Well, some things you can't control once the ball goes up.
That's right.
But a lot of people haven't talked about the fact, Billy, you have done this before.
Right.
You were a Division I head coach for a lot of years.
Right.
Any of that transferable from your Navy tenure, or is it a whole different deal now?
Well, the sport and the business of Division I college athletics has changed. There's even been some things since I was out at Villanova 6 years ago to now that I'm just like, that is a seismic difference in the way that our business transpires from a day-to-day standpoint. But there are a lot of things that, from successes and failures and a chance to look and be self-aware of things that maybe I could have done better, that you can apply to this opportunity right here with St. Joseph's. And a lot of it just comes down to patience and people, really. Just keep your focus on people. As much as we're going to talk about other things that need to maybe improve and upgrade and do this stuff, the bottom line is sow into the people that you are responsible for. And I feel great responsibility to do that.
Well, let me stop you there and say, assembling a staff, being an administrator, as you will, a CEO of a basketball program, now you get to do the coaching part because the season is here.
Yeah.
Relief, anxiety, what's in your gut?
Excitement. I'd like to think that we've spent a lot of time on basketball. Even as we were compiling a staff and a roster, I was always communicating with our staff about basketball. We'd be on the road recruiting. If we're in a car, if we have a chance at a coffee shop, we're talking about structuring the roster, but we're also talking about drills and offense and defense and special teams and things of that nature. I think that, and Brett Brown had an amazing capacity to do this. You have to silo these things. If you look at it like I'm the CEO, I'm the administrator, I'm the coach, it can be very overwhelming, right? So you have to compartmentalize each thing, put them in their silos. They're all part of the job description in my view, and they all deserve equal amount of attention. Right now, though, the most attention needs to be on the team and the basketball and the X's and O's in that standpoint. At the same manner, Joe, we can't forget about those other things either. We're still growing a staff and a culture and an administration here as well as it pertains to men's basketball.
How do you want to play?
Yeah.
And will this roster, limited and inexperienced in a lot of spots, allow you to play that way?
Well, I think that we want to move the ball. We want to pass. We want to stretch the floor. I mean, truly, I'm privileged that the previous staff did a great job recruiting guys like Anthony Longpre and Taylor Funk and Lorenzo Edwards. They saw things in those guys that really fit where my mind is from a basketball standpoint in terms of spacing and 5-out and movement. So we inherited three guys in a front court that are able to do those things, and now we have to develop them to do them maybe a little bit better. We want to play with pace. That doesn't mean like crazy, and it doesn't mean chaotic, but we want to play with pace. We want to be very smart and fundamental on the defensive end. I learned a lot with my time with Jim O'Brien with the 76ers, and I'm looking forward to applying a lot of that in this opportunity right now.
Last question. Take me back 20 minutes to the tip-off of this game. Butterflies?
Oh, every time. I think if I don't have them, that tells me I need to be maybe on your side of it, right? Which is pretty cool, too. I love what you do.
That's because we're undefeated.
You're never wrong. It depends on how you look at butterflies. If it's stressful, I think that's a great opportunity to just keep you diligent, keep you prepared. I don't even look at them as games anymore. I look at them as competitions. This is a chance for us to go compete. We are taking a test. There's a lot of me that can't wait to open up that laptop when the game's over, look at it and say, okay, where do we have to teach our guys a little bit better? Where do we have to develop a little bit better? And that's after a win or a loss. So either way, that's sitting there waiting for me. I want us to enjoy every chance we get to put that uniform on, every chance I get to be a part of this amazing coaching legacy here at St. Joseph's. We have to enjoy it. And I'm hoping that that's what I learned from my last time being a head coach, is just enjoy every opportunity you have to lead a team, be out there, be with your guys, and just compete.
Well, I enjoyed it. Good luck.
My man, Joe. Appreciate you.
Billy Lange, Joe Lunardi, second half. Coming up next. Don't go away.